Hey guys. Okay, today I'm going to do an update on spiritual things that happened to me with Christ and all that. So, about a week and a half ago, it turns out that one night they said the spirits, my wife, the kids, Christ, were saying I was acting weird in dream space and the illusion, they call it. And I was acting weird and stuff. So that night I had a dream where I was having sex with a girl, and it was all right. I woke up and I figured it was just Grace doing his lesson thing again or whatever, getting me to have sex with somebody. And I know that sounds bad, but this is what they do. It's true. Anyway, turns out Christ didn't know anything about it, and this girl, well, Christ came inside of me, found out that she had infiltrated me. How she got in, I don't know. They were looking for her, and he said that she snuck into Christianity. She's not a Christian. She snuck into Christianity somehow and was hiding and doing all this stuff. Hiding in Christianity, or St. Lucian, which is Christian place. And she was hiding in there to have sex with me all the time. Now I don't remember having sex with her once, but anyway, they found out she was doing this, sneaking in just to see me. Then Christ caught her, or what brought the attention to him was that I was acting all weird when I was with her. So basically, she was owning my ass, and I didn't even fucking know it. And I just assumed it was Christ's sex stuff he was doing to me, which he always does, you know. And so I didn't think nothing of it. Turns out this chick, this spirit, was owning my ass in dream space, coming into me, like literally into my body, and having sex with me in the spirit world, right? Now you think that Christ could see all that, but it's in dream space. That's where they have sex with you, in dream space, not in the illusion. The illusion is St. Lucian, where my soul lives. But when I'm dreaming here, in the mass illusion, somehow it got mixed up. But this spirit seemed to know the difference between the three and the three different realms and played it anyway when I was dreaming that night. That's what this girl did. So finally, Christ caught her. Turns out that she's basically insane. They took her to the courts or whatever. I don't even know any of this. They caught her. I didn't even know it. They did all, and they go, a little while later, they said that she's basically insane, and they stuck her for a certain amount of time in the illusion, which means astral plane, where all the looky-loos hang out. I don't know where, but that's where her sentences, not just for having sex with me, but sneaking into Christianity and doing all this stuff. He said she's insane. She said that I was an invasive species. I'm an invasive species. Meaning like extraterrestrial or something. But she was having sex with me. But when she was confronted with it by Christ, she said that I was an invasive species. So anyway, that happened. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. So they put her in the astral plane, which is like, you know, when you see ghosts walking around, right? So they sentenced her like 60 years or something in an astral plane. That's her thing for raping me. Then it's rape under their things, right? And So basically, all the ghosts you see on Ghost Adventures and ghosts haunting your house, they done bad shit. They get sentenced here, and this is their punishment. Now, how loud? I don't know more details than that. I really don't. I mean, I can assume a lot of shit, but I ain't gonna. Anyway, after that, I started. You know how I can get stuff out of dreams, bring it into the illusion, what Christ is, and then have it? So if I'm dreaming I'm shooting zombies, all of a sudden I start waking up. I can take the gun, bring it into the illusion, and use it there. They don't like that, but I'm just using it as an example, right? So I can take a gun from my dream, or anything I'm dreaming about that I create in a dream, I can take it, bring it into the illusion, and have it there. So when I die and I go to St. Lucian, there'll be a gun sitting there waiting for me. And that's a real gun. Fires, shoots, everything. Cars, everything, anything you want. Anything. Not anything. You can't bring back people. That's against, and you can't bring back demons and stuff like that. They get mad at you. I already did it. So anyway, I was doing that, and one day I started making something, a train, because I like model trains. That's my hobby, and I mean I really like model trains. Anyway, I started making a model train, and I gave it to one of the girls, just because I was bored, and laying on the bed, and he goes, and all of a sudden, I gave it to one of the girls. They were all freaking out, right? And so I'm making this model. I'm laying in bed, wide awake, making a model train. I just will it up, boop, and there it is. I can make butterflies. I make butterflies for the kids, and then I give it to them. And they look at it and run around the school and tell all their friends, and they all get off on it. I mean, this is what I do when I go to bed, right? I just make shit and give it to the kids. And then I thought, I wish I could make something and bring it into reality, like a bar of gold, right? Which is what everybody wants to do. And Christ said, the only thing that's stopping you is you. And I'm like, yeah, well, I ain't Yoda yet, So don't even, just, if you have any clues, you can help me out. That'd be nice. So anyway, I thought, fuck model trains. I'll make model trains. Then when I die, I can go play with them, right? Because I can't buy them here. So I'm looking at the internet one day, model trains and stuff like that. And I start, my spirit, my innocence, he just starts making it. Willed it up. Picture, detail, everything. All the bolts, rivets on the side of this HO scale model train. He made it. Everybody out there is freaking out that I did it. So I ended up doing that. All the ones I can't buy, I don't even have a layout for my trains. But anyway, I'm just using an example of what happened. This is what happened. So I went on to make a whole bunch of trains that I like, and I put them in boxes, and they're sitting there in the astral plane. Well, actually, another railroad guy in St. Lucian, he's just like me. He loves railroads and everything, and he took them. He's going to take care of them until I get there, and he's going to play with them and all that. So they got this like hobby shops and stuff, and places where you can go play with model trains, in St. Lucian. So they took like 50 trains I made, and I had requests, things. Then my kids wanted something that you sing into, like a microphone, 2 microphones, and an amplifier. They wanted one of those. And I go, and I said, okay, well, I'll see what I can do. So I went on the internet and looked up like what I used to have when I played bass in the band. And you know how the big stack, the big giant speakers they use with all the dials and everything. I used to have one of those, and I used to play bass, and it was so loud you could blow the house into the river, man. It was beautiful. Anyway, I made the kids that, and I made them a couple microphones. And at first it didn't work. It was just like the construction of the object, but it didn't do nothing. So then I had to will, on my innocence, willed it to work, and then it worked. And then the kids were playing it, screaming it and everything, and it was so fucking loud that they had to take it away because I could hear it in my head. And basically it's a huge Marshall stack. All right, it had a bass amplifier, and it had 4 inputs, so you could play bass, you could sing, and you could play guitar all in this one stack I had. So the kids were all happy. I made a guitar I like. I made a guitar that's sitting there. Then it got really bad. Everybody was coming around watching me make shit. And I guess this is not a normal thing. I mean, Christ can do it. When they go to build a house, all the Christs get together, will up the boards, will up the house, and they put it together. You just will it up. Free energy. You think about it. I'll make another video about this later. But you just will it up in your spirit, and there's a board. Just will it up. And it's just energy. What you want, boom, you get. And now, if it's a working thing, something that works, you take it, and you, like electronics, you take it, you make it, but then it has to work, so you will it to work, and it just works. You don't have to have batteries and wires and positive and negative and transistors and fucking all the inner electronics. It's supposed to do this, and it does this. Which got me thinking about a lot of other stuff. So, I could do that a little bit, will it to work, but Christ came and he made it work. So he gave it to the kids. It was so loud, the speakers, and they started playing my bass guitar. That I created a bass guitar, and they took it all the way to a church. Now the church choir is using it. And that took me 2 hours to make that thing. And it was taller than the kids. I mean, the stack was like this high, man. It had a great big head on it. The 2 cabinets. Awesome stuff. Anyway, they took it to the church and they're using it there, so I don't have to listen to it in my head. So, then, I woke up in the morning, and this girl, she comes, and she wants me to make all these different alloys, like she's a specialist or something, right? She goes, well, she wants me to make all these different, not alloys, but the base, like lead, aluminum, and all this stuff, your basic ores. So I made all the basic ores, and she wanted me to make alloys, so I started making alloys. And I did them all. I made a diamond. I made all these things, right? And she was all impressed by that. And I'm thinking, why is this going on, right? Why is she... And Christ is acting weird. Everybody started acting weird when I started doing this, when this chick came down. So she was interested in how I, in a body on earth, get my innocence, my soul to make things like trains and speakers, right? So she came down, she was on, turned out that she was like a black ops person, right? And supposedly, I can get into the detail, but it'll take like an hour to explain, and I ain't got the time. Turns out it was like a 2-day psyop, where it turns out that Christ throws me under the bus to these CIA black ops types that take care of Christianity. They're down there investigating me, determining if I'm a threat. Then I'm supposed to abandon Christ and Christians and leave into zero. And I thought about it, but I didn't. I just stayed with Christ, the one I knew. And he threw me under the bus. The Christ I knew threw me under the bus. But I'm thinking, well, maybe he threw me under the bus, maybe he didn't. I don't know. He said he did, but he had no choice because this chick was making him do it. Sort of like what the black ops do to like companies and that. Like if you're a news reporter company, like New York Times, and you're putting out stuff, that goes against the flow of what the CIA want, they come in and say, you're doing this or else we got this on you. That's what they were doing to me, that type of thing. So you're going to print what we say you fucking print, or else we got this list on you and all this. So your life's over with. Basically, that's what they said to Christ. And then the Christ that was taking care of me in St. Lucia. So Christ had no choice. This was a story being told to me. Turns out, I wake up the next morning and I decided to stay with him, even though he fucked me, threw me under the bus. I decided to stay with Christ. And that was that. I wake up and they say, you passed. And I'm like, what? And it really fucked me up. For 2 days I was fucked. I was really fucked up. Just when I'm about to leave, my innocence inside me is about to leave. They do this to me. And that this happens. And I thought it was real. I thought it was real. There was a feel to it. And I acknowledged the feel of being fucked in the psyop. But I didn't know it was a psyop. But I did acknowledge the feeling when it was happening. And it's happened before. So I knew the feeling. And the feeling is coming from my soul saying this is a psyop. Or this is not right. Something's going on. Think about it. And in the end, I stayed with Christ. And that's what they wanted to know. Christ fucks me. My innocence leaves. Am I going to go? Am I going to go up to zero and live again? Or am I going to stay with Christ? My soul. That's what they wanted to know. Turns out, my innocence, he's getting ready to go. Like, this month, I thought it was last night and he's getting ready to leave. Because all these doctors showed up, started going over all my issues. And there's just little things like here, I got this ear thing going. My skin's still not perfect. And it's like when your energy comes up your back, and the energy comes up your back and out your crown, well, the energy comes up my back like that and splits off and goes out my head here and where my ear, and then it just explodes out when it's supposed to come out your crown chakra. Like 90% of it comes out the crown chakra, but the skins on this side on my ear are fucked. So they gotta fix the skins and the layout of the skins so the energy goes out my head and not my fucking ear. Because that's what it's doing right now. I can't hear out of this ear barely because of the energy. And the energy, the thick muscle energy from your back muscles, root chakra, comes up here in my ear. And all the little bones and the eardrum and all that got smashed. So I'm totally fucked in this ear. But I can fix it. But the energy, every time the energy flows through, it makes the bones and the eardrum. I think I blew my eardrum that day, that the energy blew my eardrum. Anyway, so that's going on. The doctors are there to fix it before my innocence leaves. Because my innocence is the voice to them. As soon as my innocence leaves and goes off in the St. Lucian world with my kids and my wife, I'm stuck here with no inner voice to tell Christ my problems to heal me. That's the problem. That's what they want. Christ says, once my innocence leaves, my innocence is like an amplifier. So when my innocence brings in Christ's connection, and Christ is connected to my family, I hear it all. It's like the spirits out there come into my innocence. My innocence is an amplifier, and I hear it in my head. That's how it is now. That's how it works. So when I go to bed at night and my fucking brain is going, rah, and they're all talking, I let go. I let go of the energy of Christ. The person, the guy, the man who's in St. Lucian. Okay, we gotta remember there's like a million Christs, okay? I'm hooked up to one guy. I hooked up to him, but he's always talking about innocence to find out what the fuck's going on. Like the little rat girl that had sex with me that he didn't know about. And I don't know. But in dream space, maybe my spirit told him, my innocence told him that I missed a lot of it because I was off doing other things. I try not to pay attention. I just do my part to get the heck out of here, right? So anyway, that's what happens. That's what's been going on. That's been the last week. I had the sex girl. That's over. Oh, and now, this sex girl, she's in the illusion. They don't know how she got into me. They don't know how she got into Christianity in the St. Lucian. Because all that's regulated. You just don't let fucking idiots come into a Christian town and start possessing people like me or other people. You know what I'm saying? It's all regulated. You just can't walk into it. You're not a Christian and you walk into a St. Lucian, they're going to be on you, beating the hell out of you, arresting you, throwing your ass in jail. You just don't walk into these. These are secure, like secure communities. Specifically for people like me, right? In the soul, on many levels. But right outside the Christian gates or whatever is zero, no man's land, where everybody runs around. It's like North America out there in zero. But there's different levels, good and bad. There's different levels in Christianity, but it's all good. Okay? So you just don't let these fuckers come walking in. That's why they have soldiers and all this shit, because it's control. Like people, Christians that have just want a place to fucking be Christians and live their lives and be happy, right? I guess that's what I'm assuming. And you just don't let these in. When she got in through me, came into Christianity in St. Lucian, she was there running around living. But anyway, in the end, she's living in zero. And they're afraid when my innocence leaves that she touched you. Basically, she knows you, right? So she wants to come back to you, right? So if you leave Christianity in zero, she can get you and all her friends because she knows you now. She what was that word where they tag your ass? I don't know. I forgot. It's early in the morning, but basically they tag you, and now they know you. So as soon as you go out into zero in a dream, they come right back in. My innocence is gone, so he can't tell Christ everything that's going on. Okay? Well, he's not gone yet, but he's going to be soon. That's the plan. That's what they want. I ain't going to be able to hear anything. I don't know what it's going to be like for me. Am I going to hear anything? Is everything just going to disappear when he's gone? And my wife's still going to be there? Am I going to see all this? I don't know what it's going to be like. So that's what they're worried about. That's what I'm worried about. And if I'm going to be safe or not. My problem is I don't want to be sitting here in the bedroom and have a fucking demon chewing on my face all night long. And I'm telling Christ, get your ass down here. Now, I'm not supposed to fucking touch the demon until he touches me, because that's a rule for Christians. And I'm like, well, they can sit there and torment you for an hour, and I ain't putting up with it for 1 minute. And Christ don't want me doing that. So I'm going to be totally bringing in Christ, and he can come down, and he can sit there and grab this thing when it attacks me or whatever. You know, I might just grab it and bring it into fucking St. Lucian and let them deal with it and get rid of it. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to do that, but I wish I had more training to deal with this stuff in Christendom. The Christ in Christendom, he's still watching me. So that's good. And he's there for this specific reason. If I get demon or entity attachments when my innocence is gone, he's going to come down and take care of it. Like he split. So it's just a wait and see game, see what happens. But all these doctors came down to do all these little fix-ups and checkups on me before my innocence leaves. And I don't know when it's going to be. They never said. But I don't know. Well, anyway, that's what's been going on. So they did the sex girl came. I'm an invasive species, he said. They said she's insane, so they just stuck her in the illusion for 60 years. I learned how to make things. Now, my innocence was making trains and guitars and amplifiers for the kids and stuff, right? I'm going to try it when my innocence leaves. And I know I can do it, but I think it's a little harder for me and my soul. But my innocence was making them really good. I mean, like, detailed. Like, fuck. Almost reality. Like, people were coming all over seeing it. It was quick. For a week I was doing it. Off and on during the day. Which got me thinking of, if I can recall from my extraterrestrial past lives, if I can recall, it's like, remember when my spirit gave the layout and the elements to make sub communications device in the sub levels or whatever, long distance. It was ET tech, basically, given to Christ. And they buried it. Christ buried it, so I don't get killed. But I'm thinking, well, fuck. If this thing's floating around out there, and I know how to do it, but this is meant for reality, for this reality, not spiritual. Spiritual is all different. But if I could create this in that world, and then sort of bring it into this world and create it from its base elements into this world, I don't know, it's a big thing to do. But I just got to thinking about it. There's a lot of stuff. Christ said that's how it's going to work. They're going to give this to another Christ on the earth. And he's going to get it built when it's time. So that's what the plan is. Anyway, I just thought I'd wrap this up. I'm going to do some more UFOs experiences, ET experiences coming up. And that's about it, guys. It's been my 2 weeks of fun. I'll keep you up to date. Let you know what happens.